Welcome back to African Roots Comics, where we dive deep into the comics that shape our favorite heroes. Today we're tackling one of the most polarizing arcs in modern Marvel history, Jane Foster as Thor. From her debut as the Goddess of Thunder to the fiery debates that split fandom, this is a story of courage, sacrifice, and controversy. Was Jane's run a bold masterpiece or a misstep that alienated fans? Let's break it all down. In 2014, Marvel shocked the world when Jane Foster, the longtime love interest of Thor Odinson, picked up Mjolnir and became the new Thor in Thor #1 by Jason Aaron and Russell Dotterman. This wasn't just a temporary gimmick. Jane's run as Thor spanned years, redefined the character, and sparked heated debates. Why did fans revolt? Was the hate justified? We'll explore our entire arc, the cultural context, and whether the backlash hold up in 2025. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our deep dives into comic lore. Let's get started. Jane Foster first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 83, 1962, as a nurse working for Dr. Donald Blake, Thor's human alter ego. Created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, she was the classic love interest, smart, kind, but often relegated to damsel in distress roles. Over decades, Jane evolved, becoming a doctor and a more independent figure, but she remained tied to Thor's orbit. By 2014, writer Jason Aaron was reshaping Thor's mythos in Thor, God of Thunder. After the original sin event, Thor Odinson became unworthy of Mjolnir due to a whispered secret from Nick Fury. Gore was right, referencing Gore, the god butcher's belief that gods are unworthy. Mjolnir lay unclaimed on the moon, and in Thor #1, a mysterious woman lifted it, becoming the new Thor. The woman was Jane Foster, now battling breast cancer and struggling with her mortality. Her transformation into Thor was a lifeline, but came with a cost. Each transformation purged her chemotherapy, worsening her condition. Aaron's bold choice set the stage for a run that blended superheroics with deeply human stakes. Jane wasn't just a replacement Thor, she was a character with her own agency, fighting gods and cancer at the same time. But this change didn't sit well with everyone. Jane's tenure as Thor unfolded across Thor 2014 to 2015, the Mighty Thor 2015 to 2018, and culminated in War of the Realms 2019. Here's a breakdown of her arc. Thor #1 through 8, 2014 through 2015. Jane debuted as Thor, wielding Mjolnir and battling threats like Malekith the Dark Elf and Dario Aga of Roxxon. Her identity remained a mystery until Thor #8, where she revealed herself to readers. Key moment: defeating Odinson in a sparring match, proving her worthiness, and clashing with Odin, who opposed a mortal wielding Mjolnir. Themes: empowerment, sacrifice, and identity. Jane's cancer worsened, but she refused to abandon her role as Thor. The Mighty Thor, #1 to 23, 2015 to 2017. Jane's story deepened as she faced the War of the Realms, a cosmic conflict orchestrated by Malekith. She allied with Asgardians like Sif and Volstagg while balancing her human life. Major acts: battling the Shea gods, confronting the Phoenix Force, and sacrificing Mjolnir to stop Mangog, a god-killing monster, in the Mighty Thor 705 to 706. The Mighty Thor 706, the death of the Mighty Thor. Jane died after destroying Mjolnir to save Asgard, but Thor Odinson revived her using his powers, allowing her to focus on cancer treatment. War of the Realms and Beyond, 2018 to 2019. Jane returned as a Valkyrie in War of the Realms, #1 to 6, wielding a new weapon, Undrian the all-weapon. Her Thor days were over, but her heroism continued. Legacy. Jan's run redefined Mjolnir's worthiness, proving it wasn't tied to Asgardian lineage, but to selflessness and courage. Jason Aaron's writing blended mythic stakes with personal drama, while Russell Dotterman's art brought a vibrant, regal energy to Jane's Thor. Esad Ribic and others also contributed stunning visuals. The run was critically acclaimed, earning Eisner Award nominations, but fan reception was divided. Jane's run wasn't just about swinging a hammer, it was about what it means to be a hero when the odds are stacked against you. But for some fans, this felt like a betrayal of Thor's legacy. Jane Foster's Thor sparked with intense backlash, particularly when her identity was revealed. Here's why. Replacing Thor Odinson. Many fans saw Jane as a stunt to replace the iconic Thor, a character rooted in Norse mythology and Marvel's history. The decision to call her Thor rather than a code name like Thunderstrike felt like erasure to some. Posts from 2014 show fans arguing Thor is a name, not a title. Others felt Marvel was pandering to woke audiences with the female lead. The mid-2010s saw a push for diversity in comics, with characters like Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, and Miles Morales, Spider-Man, gaining prominence. Some fans embraced this, but others accused Marvel of forced diversity or SJW agendas. Jane's Thor became a lightning rod for these debates. Critics argued Marvel was prioritizing politics over storytelling, while supporters saw Jane's arc as a natural evolution of the character. Some fans felt Jane's cancer subplot was manipulative, a cheap way to add drama. Others questioned why Thor Odinson was sidelined, as he spent much of the run as Odinson, grappling with unworthiness. The mystery of Jane's identity kept secret for 8 issues. Frustrated readers who felt it was a marketing ploy. On X, reactions range from praise, Jane Thor is inspiring, to vitriol, this isn't my Thor. Conventions and forums buzzed with debates, and some fans boycotted the series. The backlash even spilled into the MCU when Natalie Portman's Jane became Thor in Thor, Love and Thunder 2022, reigniting old arguments. The controversy wasn't just about Jane, it was about change in comics. Fans love their heroes, but when those heroes evolve, it can feel personal. So, was the hate justified? In 2025, Jane's Thor run is widely regarded as a high point of Jason Aaron's Thor saga. So, was the backlash justified? Let's unpack it. The decision to call Jane Thor instead of a unique code name confused some readers and fueled perceptions of replacement. A distinct identity might have softened the blow. The cancer subplot, while poignant, could feel heavy-handed to some, especially in a superhero comic. Marvel's marketing leaned into the shock value, which alienated traditional fans. Much of the backlash was rooted in resistance to change or gendered assumptions about who could wield Mjolnir. Jane's worthiness was earned through her sacrifice and heroism, aligning with Thor's core values. Accusations of forced diversity ignored Jane's decades-long history. Her arc wasn't a random swap. It built on her established character. The run's quality, stunning art, layered writing, and epic stakes undermines claims of it being a gimmick. Jane's run paved the way for diverse heroes and inspired the MCU's Thor, Love and Thunder, where her Valkyrie role continues in comics, proving her lasting impact. On X today, fans are more reflective, with many admitting the run's brilliance, despite initial skepticism. The hate came from a place of passion, but it often missed the point. Jane's Thor wasn't about replacing anyone, it was about expanding what Thor could be. Jane Foster's Thor run was a bold, divisive chapter that challenged what it means to be a hero. Her arc was a triumph of storytelling, even if it didn't win everyone over. The controversy reflected growing pains in comics, but looking back, the hate feels overblown. Jane proved she was worthy, and her legacy endures. What do you think? Did Jane's story win you over? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep the convo going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our next video.